Hello Aries, my name is Keith Haswell and I'm a professional astrologer with 40 years experience in the business and over 30,000 clients worldwide and tens of thousands of students worldwide. 4,500 odd subscribers now to my YouTube videos, 145 YouTube videos now done in the last 18 months. It's my pleasure to welcome you Aries to this particular look at your horoscope from the perception of the moon. The moon cycles are very important, Aries, and the moon goes into cycles basically. First of all, there's a new moon, and that's a good time to commence and start new projects and ideas. And then the opposite to that is when the moon is opposite the sun, and that's called a full moon, and that's a time to consolidate. Now what I'm going to do for you on this particular video, Aries, is to tell you where your full moon is and what house that it falls in, because that is very important, because that's the house that it's emphasizing for you. You see, these full moons and new moon cycles come every month, and so therefore you've got 12 of them, Aries, in the year. And the house that the moon falls in for its full moon is sending you a particular message that's different from a Taurus or a Gemini or a Cancer, because it falls in your particular house differently than it falls in their house. And it's the same with the new moon. It falls in a different house for you than what it does for the other sign. So it's an important message for you, Aries. And so just sit back and relax now and enjoy the journey here with me, eh? Now your full moon falls on the 6th of December. The 6th of December, the moon falls in 13 degrees Gemini, and that's in your third house. Now what that means is that from that time until the new moon, it's not a good time for you, Aries, to be commencing or starting new projects, particularly to do with relatives, neighbours, motor vehicles, contracts, agreements, and generally the development and expansion of your mind, your thinking processes. So it's a time from the 6th of December right the way through until the new moon on the 22nd of December. It's a consolidating cycle, Aries. So it's time for you to reflect upon what you have gained in the previous 2 weeks and to consolidate those gains, especially the gains that are to do with relatives and neighbours and in the area of communication. If you feel that you've improved your mind, you've improved your capacity to communicate with people and to put your point across, then it's time to reflect upon this and to stabilise those gains that you've made over the previous 2 weeks up to the 6th of December, and to consolidate those gains until the new moon comes on the 22nd of December. Now the new moon comes, Aries, on the 22nd of December in 0 degrees in Capricorn. Now that falls right at the beginning of your 10th house. And the 10th house is the house of your ambitions. It's the house to do with parents. It's the house to do with government departments. It's the house to do with career and business and high achievements in your life. So that is a time for you to be able to commence and start new projects over the next 2 weeks from 22nd of December, to be able to commence and start new projects that are related to your career, your business, your dealings with parents, your dealings with government departments, your high achievements in life, whatever they may be, and to aspire to become more of who you really are and to aspire to greatness. For the next 2 weeks from the 22nd of December, you've got the energies of the universe are working there for you to be able to make new starts, commence new projects, launch them, and then consolidate them after 2 weeks. When the full moon comes again, that's a time to stop the new beginnings and to consolidate what you've gained in that 2 weeks. Now, just a little bit on other movements of planets in your horoscope, Aries, to give you an idea of what's going on. You've got Jupiter at the moment is in 22 degrees Leo, and that is in your 5th house. So you've perhaps been on a distant journey sometime in the last 9 months, or you could have had a lot of involvements on the romantic and social side of life if you're in the market for a relationship. You've perhaps travelled overseas, you've perhaps had a lot of involvements with children if you have children in your life, and there's been a lot more interest in getting out and about and circulating on the social side of life. So you've been very interested in sports and things like that, perhaps, with that sort of a placement. It's been a very good time for you through children, a lot of happiness on the social and romantic side of your life. And it's been an expansive time when you've had a sense of an expansion of your consciousness, an expansion of your awareness generally. And you've liked to be the centre of attention over the last 9 months with Jupiter there in your 5th house of your horoscope. Now, Saturn, on the other hand, is the taskmaster. Saturn is trying to deliver messages to you to consolidate, to stabilize, and to materialize things, and to use the law of economy wisely in terms of the use of all energy. And that includes physical energy, financial money energy, and also mental and emotional energy, to use all that energy wisely. And if you don't use it wisely, Saturn brings you a message that you are making mistakes here. And that's what the taskmaster does for us, Aries. Now, you've got Saturn currently is in 28 degrees Scorpio, so that means that it's been going through Scorpio for the last couple of years, and that's your 8th house. So that means that you have had a lot of difficulties over the last couple of years in making changes inside of yourself. You've had habit patterns of behaviour that you've been trying to rise above, but you've found a lot of difficulties in letting go of those habit patterns that you know that you should have outgrown by now. And there's also perhaps been the death of somebody around you, not necessarily someone close, but someone that you know has perhaps passed away in the last couple of years as well. There's been frustrations for you, no doubt, to do with joint finances, and there's also been frustrations for you to do with the sexual side of your nature. And perhaps that's the habit patterns that you've been clinging to there that have brought difficulties for you and frustrations for you through those habit patterns that you want to outgrow. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea there of what's going on in your life at the moment in the month of December, Aries. Now, I'm not trying to sell you anything here on this particular video. By now you would have seen the website. My website address would have popped up there for you, and you've got the option now to be able to go to my website, and there on offer is something not that I'm trying to sell you, but something that I'm trying to give away. And that is, I've got 12 CDs there for you to be able to download directly from the website. And you can then determine, when you download the first one, the value of that to you and whether it means anything to you. It's from my first book, What Really Matters on Astrology, Meditation and Reincarnation. Look, all of us have lived heaps of lifetimes, Aries, and this lifetime you've been brought to this particular video in order for your higher self to deliver a message to you. That's a message about your growth and about letting go of habit patterns that you want to grow out of and to become more of who you really are. And so by going there to my website and going to the free Intensive number 1 CDs page, you can download the first CD there and you can find out what people are all excited about, because I'm going to read to you now a testimonial that just came in today from a particular person who's going through my intensives. They've done the free intensive number 1, which is 12 CDs, and they're all available to you through my website. And he is now into the second testimonial, which is another 12 CDs. And he's about to go into the third intensive, which goes a little bit more deeply. And he says, "Dear Keith, now finally at last answers, real answers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The greatest journey of my life. Your lessons are exciting, challenging, and empowering. As you say, I am now in spiritual university, studying consciousness expansion, and you are my loved teacher." And what a teacher! Patient, supportive, encouraging, and expert. It's as if you know at what pace I can absorb information. While some goes over my head, or I just plain don't hear it, I catch up on the next attempt. I'm being watched over, helped along, and encouraged all along the way. The meditations are perfectly timed and emotional for me. I can see now, though, that my words fail to fully describe the impact your intensives are having on every level of my life. For me to think that events and circumstances in my life were being shaped by outside influences appears now to be a weird dream. I'll never again see anything as I once did, but the impacts are much deeper and broader than that. The Transformation series is life-changing and stand alone as inspired individual works that will impact on me for the rest of my life. I feel they are so powerful. For my part, I will apply myself 110% to the task. What wonders will intensive number 3 hold? I'm going to find out. I can't wait to hear you talk about quantum physics and where it fits in to metaphysics. The whole series is gold. Not for the last time. Thank you, Keith. Love, Lex. He's an American guy, and that's just something that I wanted to share with you there. But look, when you go to my website, you'll see that there's dozens and dozens of testimonials like that from those who have been through my intensive. So I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to give something away, to give to you a gift of expanding your consciousness and becoming more of who you really are, Aries. So you've now been brought to this particular video not by chance, but because you are calling out to something higher than yourself for light on your path. So here's the opportunity now for you, Aries, to take a step forward in the expansion of your consciousness. Do yourself a favor, go to my website, take that time, and then download that first free CD from that particular page, and then listen to that and see what you think. If it doesn't make any sense to you, no problem. You can come back in 6 months or 12 months to my website and the chance will still be there. But you never know, it might be just what you're looking for. So I thank you for your attentiveness here, Aries, and look forward to working further with you. Thank you.